Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm on my way to the gym right now, man. Having no complaints at all. Feeling extremely blessed. On the road to 2K, man. We about to hit that 1900 mark in due time. So shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Back at y'all with my second video of the day. You see what I mean? And I had to come back and touch bases with you guys about the rumor that has been going on right now by the main man, Turki Al-Sheikh. You see what I mean? Turki Al-Sheikh really been taking the boxing world by storm, man. That man been putting his money up and making shit happen, specifically in the heavyweight division and stuff like that. He really got that shit going on, man, with these UK promoters, Eddie Hearn and Queensberry Promotions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He getting shit popping. But according to Turki Al-Sheikh, you know, he's been speaking about the boxing world and exactly what his intentions are. And he said he's looking to bring the smaller weight classes over to Saudi Arabia. You see what I mean? So some of the fights that he said he would like to make happen is Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, which is kind of crazy to me. You see what I mean? Because Canelo Alvarez said that he wasn't thinking about taking on that challenge, but you know, money talks at the end of the day. And Canelo Alvarez is a type dude that, you know what I mean, maybe if the figure's right, he might change his mind on something. You see what I mean? Also said the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev versus David Benavidez, which is a spectacular fight, man. I would love to see that shit, man. I cannot wait for June 1st to see who comes out victorious between the two. And then another fight that he had announced was Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford, which I want to, you know, focus on right here. You see what I mean? I actually love the idea of them two fighting, man. You know, these guys are developing a history as of right now because, you know, Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis, they get a lot of comparisons with each other because they do similar things in the ring. I do honestly believe that they're different. You know what I mean? I do think that, you know, they don't have the same style at all, but what they do have in common is their ability to switch, you know what I mean, from orthodox to southpaw. But, you know, besides that, I don't really see too much that they really share in common. You know what I mean? If we being honest, if we being objective or whatever. And that doesn't necessarily mean that one is better than the other or whatever. It's just, you know, I just feel like they bring different things to the table besides, you know, them being able to switch. You feel what I mean? But, you know, hearing that from Turki Al-Sheikh, man, that makes me extremely excited. And this is one of the main reasons why I told y'all Jaron Ennis signing with Matchroom was a really good move. I believe it was my second reason. It was because Eddie Hearn has a direct connection with Turki Al-Sheikh. And with Turki Al-Sheikh having no problem putting his money up to make some big fights happen, that could put Jaron Ennis in a prestigious situation where he could get some big fights on and popping. And one of them happens to be Terence Crawford. So with Turki Al-Sheikh saying this, man, Terence Crawford being a free agent and being able to move wherever he wants to move, and Jaron Ennis being signed with Matchroom, and Matchroom having a good relationship with the Saudis, man, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen, man. If Turki Al-Sheikh says that he wants to make this fight happen by the end of the year, then we might as well just anticipate that fight, because I don't see why Turki Al-Sheikh couldn't make it happen. You know what I mean? A lot of this should be based off of money. When I spoke to Bomac on my channel, he said the reason why they not looking at Jaron Ennis is because he doesn't bring anything to the table. And at that point in time, that probably was true. You know what I mean? He was with Cameron Duncan or whoever, who unfortunately passed away recently, and, you know, he probably didn't have the finances necessary to really get Terence Crawford intrigued in this fight. Terence Crawford feels like he's proved everything he's needed to prove in the sport of boxing in terms of accolades. So now he asking these motherfuckers to show him the money. You see what I mean? And Turki Al-Sheikh, the right person to ask that shit to. You see what I mean? So he's giving out money to guys like Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Bivol, Beterbiev. Why wouldn't he shoot a good amount of money in Terence Crawford's direction, who is the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, and Jaron Ennis, who is the current IBF welterweight champion, man? This could put Bud in a position where he could become 3 times undisputed if he were to come out victorious. And if not, it could put Jaron Ennis in a situation where he could become undisputed at welterweight. You see what I mean? So that'll be absolutely phenomenal. And if Jaron Ennis were to defeat Terence Crawford, which is possible in my opinion, he becomes one of the top dogs in the sport of boxing, becomes a superstar overnight. You feel what I mean? That's what I personally believe, because Boots has all the intangibles necessary to become a top player in the boxing world. He's a showman. He has every tool in the toolbox, man. You see what I mean? He's exciting, fast, powerful, smart, defensively sound. skills on 1,000, reflexes on 1,000, athleticism on 1,000, explosiveness. Bro, everything that you looking for in a fighter, bro, he's like one of them fucking 2K teams that all their game slot is on 100. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at Jaron Ennis. This man is like a created motherfucking player on 2K that got a 99 overall. That's how I look at the man. You see what I mean? Until anybody proves me otherwise, that's how I see this guy. You see what I mean? So I think he's more than deserving of an opportunity against Terence Crawford. He's been avoided long enough. You know what I mean? They made every excuse in the book not to fight the man. You see what I mean? Guys like nut-ass Keith Thurman and shit like that. You feel me? So if that were to happen, if Boots were given this opportunity, man, I'd be extremely happy to see that. And just overall, it's an amazing fight, man. I would love to see what the older, more experienced Terence Crawford, you know what I mean, who's at the later half of his career, would do against the young, hungry lion of Jaron Ennis, who's looking to establish his legacy and just prove himself to the boxing world. It's one of the biggest fights to be made in the sport of boxing, in my opinion. You feel what I mean? Turki Al-Sheikh understands that, which is why, you know, he wants to make this fight happen. He understands how big this fight could be. He understands it's one of the most meaningful fights in boxing. And you can tell that Turki Al-Sheikh, you know, of course he about his money. You know what I mean? He's not just giving away his money for free or anything like that. But at the same time, you can tell that he's a fan of the sport, and he's listening to the boxing fans, man. He's in tune with the boxing world, and he knows exactly what the fans need. You see what I mean? So that's my overall take on the situation, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. Turki Al-Sheikh makes it clear that he wants to make Jaron Ennis versus Terence Crawford happen. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this here. This is MarkMazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.